Hello. I want to inform you. I was born, grew up, go and play, have friends and family, communicate. And then one day, around 21, I became hearing. So what does that mean exactly? I was born and grew up hearing. No, I wasn't. I can hear great. I was born, mother talk, father, I hear great. But I didn't really feel like that was what my label was. So I work for a deaf and blind school. I was born 1 minute. The first minute I stepped across the threshold of the school. It was straightforward. I never experienced something like that before. My whole thoughts changed and I was confused. This wasn't my idea of normal. And my ideologies were uprooted. I was shocked. I had become hearing. So that identity, it's a structure and foundation of I'm hearing. I started thinking about that. Different questions started popping up. What does that mean? What does it mean to be hearing? So what does it mean? So I studied and got a degree and graduated after 4 years. And had education, could sign, went to deaf school. Fluency. That's the reason I became immersed in that group. Hearing means loss. Started really thinking about it all. So education. The building blocks of the environment. History and passed along through generations after years and years and years. Passed along. How does being hearing shape us? I feel at hearing studies, I examined myself, studied some different people, look around, started analyzing. Hearing study important. The point of this is it's not about hearing, it's about hearing and hearing loss. Hearing loss is a concept that people who are hearing get distracted easily. Hearing loss is a new concept. It's interesting. Children typically aren't born with a hearing identity. One of the dangers is look. We know it's flat. We can see it, we can perceive it. We can have a concept the world was circular. So we improved our perspective. It's not flat but round. You can see the sun coming up and going down. And you stand there, but you don't feel that you're circular. It's not your perspective. It's skewed a little. Geocentricism. Phonetic centrism. That's the idea that our hearing perspective and our language, oralism, all the same. It's kind of like believing the earth is flat in that perspective. It's skewed. Now we've discussed the idea our brains are really what matters with this. Language is given to us. And we discussed it all. And signing, speaking doesn't matter. It's all equal. It's really interesting. Perspective is wrong. Wow. Language and natural languages. Second perspective, and we analyzed it. Our definition. Literacy. More analyzation. Literature. Signing and analyzing all of that. The depth of it. Our language development and how it grew. And then all together with the human brain. It was a really new study. Textual study means how we use this knowledge to improve human nature. Second part of the study. Now we know language and the human brain, and how hearing the identity and hearing loss. And what we're going to talk about is eye contact. It's interesting. Eye contact's really important for deaf people. Eye contact is used, grew up looking at each other, hearing people. It's interesting. You can look, hearing people, well, don't use eye contact as much, while deaf people use it for their benefit, help establish people improving and connecting and communicating. So new psychology tells the benefit and they will all learn the same. Our third thing, this is connected with classrooms and eye contact and how the environment is in a classroom. Hearing classroom is like that. Have lots of different rows of seats, many seats. This is very normal. Now, I don't know who decided that this was a good idea, but it was a while ago. In deaf culture, it's a little different. Typically, people are circled around a table so they will be able to make eye contact with everyone in the room. And all will be connected that way. But this is part of hearing loss, is the classroom. Another thing on the list of hearing loss is the thought that like all deaf people have body problems, but in actuality, a lot of hearing people do as well. But for example, when a hearing person goes to sleep and an alarm happens, they wake up. Are stressed out and can't go back to sleep because they hear different things. Deaf people don't have that problem. Really, hearing people are very stressful people. It's quite interesting, really. How they control that. Hearing people can't turn off their hearing, they just can't. Or even deaf. So what's the point? They're all different. You must So the next one on the list is number 5. The concept of this is to really analyze so respectar means taking a second look, taking a second examination. You'll stop the second time and analyze yourself as well. One needs to take a second look at oneself. I have privilege. No, I know that, but I have been able to analyze myself and I really analyzed it all. In perspective, I know education, analyzing that. Experience becoming curie and normal, and analyzing those two concepts. A.G. Bell wrote an article on that altogether. Take a second look at the benefits and at last learn. Thank you.